Okay.
All right, we are now live.
Hey.
And let me pull up my other screen so that I'm not messing this up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Rodney, don't worry about it too much here. We're gonna go ahead and give you a stat block. We'll explain some things to you. We'll try and hand wave this as we go because it's kind of just something we're throwing together here at the last minute. And we're really just here to have fun anyway. So, yeah.
Think of
Think
of this like a power fantasy.
Basically.
So you are the power, and this is your fantasy.
Well, to get things started, hi everyone, welcome to our night of D&D. We're running behind schedule, so we're gonna change it up, and our DM for the night is this one-off that we're gonna run. Let's go down to the horn really quick before we explain what we're doing, and let's start off with Geared.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine,
Yeah.
but just fine.
Okay.
Receiving messages from people I don't know who.
Ah. Okay. Fair.
Do you want to tell folks where they can find you?
At twitch.tv/thegearedgolem.
Actually, you know what? Here, I'm gonna actually turn on the chat box, the emote wall. We'll see how this really plays out. All right. Next on the line, Brent.
What's up? Streams are to be
David
determined. Not doing a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't really got much.
Fair. Our newcomer for this one shot, Rodney.
Hello.
Do you stream at all? I don't.
No, I do not.
Okay.
But
Do you have
do not
anything you
find
want
me.
to say to the crowd?
Thanks for having me. I'm a newcomer. I'm just here to experience this new thing.
Not a bad way to go about it.
And our DM for the night, Luke.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? You can find me dying in my room.
You just need a good hug.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also you're kind of wrong. I don't need the extra body heat.
Yeah, okay, a hug from a snowman.
Oof, that sounds amazing.
Ooh, ice golem. What? You think my gears are too warm? They're ice cold. Oh. Strike that! No!
Okay, so Rodney, what I sent you is the stat block for a dragon turtle. Geared, I think you have the right idea. We're just gonna go ahead with that.
Was it a dragon turtle or an ancient dragon turtle?
Nope, for the same reason I didn't choose the aboleth. It's little too complicated, I think.
Okay.
Especially for a
we're just
newcomer.
So we're just going to go ahead and give you the dragon turtle stat block there. So if you ever want to open up the link, those are all the things that you can do there. Speaking of which, I guess I should explain what we're doing, or unless someone else wants to.
Well, for my bonus action, I'll show
Oh.
myself.
Sorry, forgive me, I'm busy.
We'll spend 1025. Not a lot of streams happening. It's hot. I don't work kind of stopped me from being able to stream too well during the week. But if you have missed this live or in the VODs, we will be uploading this to YouTube shortly after we're done. Yeah, and when I do stream, it's been actually with Geared. I think the last stream we played Halo. And for anyone that missed it, we had that really fun, interesting, like 30 seconds where I needed his ammo. He couldn't drop it. He went to go grab something and I accidentally punched him, killed him, took his ammo, and he spawned back with a full set of ammo. It was fun. Other than that, every once in a while you might catch me playing Ark, at least on stream, possibly for chats. Other than that, that's it. Oh, if all goes correctly and we don't have any issues, we should be returning with Avatar campaign next Sunday, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, about this time. Hopefully, we will see. And that's me, Luke.
Excellent. So, what we're doing tonight here is a little campaign that we're calling the Monster Mash one shot.
Yeah, we can go with that. I just kind of put it there for title holder.
The not related to the song Monster Mash campaign. Basically the idea here is that we're just gonna have a little one shot we're gonna try and throw together at the last minute, just so we have, a little thing that can influence our world here without too much prep time. And Chavez, I guess, had the idea to go ahead and throw this up on the VOD in case you guys thought it was fun and interesting. So you're gonna see our chaos and how we brainstorm and come up with things here, if you are in fact still watching.
Please watch. We have fun with these.
We do. So basically, the idea here is I'm going to go ahead and let the players here select monsters of their choosing, both from the monster manual and other canon sources, as well as a few other things that I've just gone ahead and agreed to from like Kobold Press and such, and some other things I don't really know the source of. Basically, you guys are going to be monsters, and we're going to set you loose on the world a la Kaiju style. You'll be free to tear apart things, tear apart each other, work together towards a common enemy. Who knows? We will kind of see how things go. There will be a lot of homebrew. There will be a lot of fudging of rules and rule of cool and things. Should be fun. So, do you guys want to describe what you are playing as?
Well, first, here, Rodney, since you're looking at Roll20, if you look at the top left-hand part of your screen, you're going to see a few buttons up here. There's going to be like an arrow button, a paint button. You're going to want to find the dice button. It's going to be second from the bottom. When you do that, there's going to be a menu that says D4, D6, down to like D100 and then multiplier. Those are going to be the buttons you're going to push to roll the dice, and then the dice are on the character sheet or the stat block that you were given. That's what you're going to roll, and we'll explain that a little more as we go.
But as kind of like an example here, if for instance you wanted to you just do like a quick attack. So if you want to go into your dice and just roll like the D20, just kind of see what that looks like. We're off to a great start. That's a
First roll ever, and it's a nat 1.
way down, man.
So
So
that's beautiful.
effectively the worst thing you could roll on the D20. So essentially, if you were going to attack, so we would go down to that bite attack there, and it says you have a plus 13 to hit. See? And so basically with that 1 on the die and the 13 modifier, you'd basically roll a 14. And then we would compare that to the armor class, which you should also see on your stat block there near the top.
Yeah.
So basically, if you were attacking something and it had an armor class of 10 or something like that, you'd totally chomp into it right now and you'd still hit it.
Oh, I would do 10 points of damage to
No,
its
no,
armor, and then 10
oh.
points of damage to its health.
No, so the armor class is
Oh,
the number that you
alright.
need to roll over to hit.
So basically, that just kind of determines whether or not your hit connects. Then for damage, if you continue reading the attack, so it says, so your bite there, for instance, it's a
Oh,
melee
I
weapon attack, has a 13 to hit, has a reach of 15 feet, so you can hit something that's 15 feet away from you. You can only hit one target, which actually seems kind of silly. It's a big old mouth. And then if you actually hit, which in this case we're pretending you did hit, you would roll 3d12 and add a 7. So if you want to click on your dice there, you can go to the d12 and then you can click over to the 3 in the little menu, and that'll just roll 3d12s.
That number comes out to be. I'm gonna
Alright.
click it. Is that fine?
Yeah,
You
go
click-
for it. Yep, that's
you go.
exactly right.
Yep.
So then it would be this 24 plus 7 worth of damage if my attack hits based
Yes.
off of that previous number. Okay.
That is correct.
All right. That's straightforward.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what you'll be doing on your turn, is just attacking and moving and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You have some other cool features. You have a steam breath attack, which would be fun. And yeah, we'll just kind of go into things as we move along.
Well,
Do you?
go for it?
What was your question?
I was gonna say, should we all kind of explain what we're gonna be playing, or did you want to wait a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, here, let's go down the line here. First up, Geared, if you want to explain what you're playing.
I am playing a Warforged Colossus, which is basically just a giant metal man. Or a Gundam if you want to be nerdy about it. It's thematic.
There you go.
What?
And
Is that
apparently I
for,
have
Shabazz?
guns on my shoulders.
I'm figuring out one of my stats really quick. And it's easier to roll 16d10 on here than it is for me to find 16d10 in my pile of dice.
Gotcha.
All right, Brent, what you playing?
I'm gonna be playing Lord Igon, the Beholder, decked out in wondrous jewelry. Jangle, jangle!
Good God. All right, and then me, I'm going to be playing. Oh, I'm going to be playing a Fleshpod Hornet. For anyone who doesn't know, because I want to make sure I'm giving out the right information. This is from Kobold Press and created by Chris Zito from TFS. I believe you could, if you don't find it in Kobold Press, you could find it at oh crap, what the hell? CZ /. I think is his handle.
Backlash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, make sure I'm doing that one correctly. I don't want to get TFS pissed at me.
I think for his books, it's actually the Ever Ingot Almanac, but I could be wrong about that.
That sounds correct.
I got you.
So basically, I'm a giant hornet that yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm a giant hornet.
There you go. The Nightmare Vespiquen, as I call it.
Yeah. Rodney, you want to
So-
try and explain what you're, or don't want to explain what he is?
Yeah. So
I
did
am a dragon turtle, a gargantuan dragon. I'm neutral.
and you're
and I'm
happy with
amphibious.
and you're happy with that one? I know you wanted to be a giant whale. I was my original thought is we could just retexture this so we could just pretend it looks like a whale. But that's just it's kind of how you do in theater of the mind.
I'm okay with being a dragon turtle.
Dope. All right.
Then I guess that leaves it to Luke.
Right. And I'll be playing. Oh wait, no, I'm DMing. Damn it. All right. So we all started here. I have no idea how this is gonna go, so we're just gonna kind of go for it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I sent you a random city map if you wanted to download that and just chuck it onto the map on Roll20.
I could do that.
And then I sent you a token for me, a token for Archer over here, Rodney. And I've already forgotten what Zed was playing. Beholder?
Yep. All right. So, if I could get all of you to roll me a d20 just to kind of determine a pseudo initiative order. Let's see who goes first. So, Brent, you have a 4.
Wow. Oh, jeez. That's tiny.
Wow. Rodney got a 3. Excellent. Okay. None of you rolled. Oh, okay. Chavez, you got a 16.
Oh, I'm setting up the map, so I actually didn't even see what I had gotten.
Nice. Oh, that's another thing too. So for Rodney here, since you're kind of new to this, and also because since none of the rest of you did it, when I go ahead and call for a roll, since we're doing this on stream, just go ahead and just shout out what you rolled, preferably one at a time, so we're not all talking over each other. Just so for people who are listening or whatnot, also for my benefit. Cool. Okay. All right. Well, Chavez, you unfortunately rolled first on the initiative list. So are you ready? Or are you still setting up?
I mean, I could set up as we go. I'm not taking your lead on this one because I don't know what exactly we're gonna be doing.
I just wanted to make sure you're ready.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good to go whenever. I could upload. I could do this as we go.
All right.
Let me turn those off.
I'm trying to help Wolf out by making tokens for things.
Fair enough. So, we find ourselves in a world, an ancient world, not too unlike our own modern Earth. Only maybe about 400 years prior, about the 1600s. And in an ancient timeline that is deviated from ours somewhat, we find ourselves nestled in the Mediterranean, off an island, sparsely but significantly populated island just off of Athens, a part of the Great Roman, or in this world, the Riemann Empire. The gods rule the Mediterranean with an iron fist, constantly vying with each other, over the main trade ports and things of that nature. The Greeks and Romans constantly at war with the Egyptians and both trying to fight off the Persians from the east. It's never a dull moment here. For the Athenians, who are specifically tasked with the research and development of the military and technology, their archmages and scientists are always looking for new advantages to give them on the battlefield. Better catapults, stronger spells, and greater summons. We find ourselves in a sort of, I don't know how well you guys know ancient Greek architecture. We find ourselves in a very stereotypical temple, much like, the Acropolis or something. Just tall, marbling pillars. And we actually are somewhat below it in a sort of underground complex. The people above completely unaware of the horrors going on below. Chavez.
Yes. I'm still here.
You find,
I'm just sizing things up.
for sure.
Go ahead.
You find yourself deep in the sort of maze-like catacombs of this laboratory. You wake up in almost perfect darkness. You you see small, like, kind of torch lights and candle lights about, and you see what look to be some kind of creatures. No, not creatures. People. Yes, you know them as people now. Uh, wandering about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not entirely sure where you are, but what strikes you is that you seem to be waking up for almost the first time in your life, almost like waking up out of a dream. You know that you are, I hate to say it, you know that you are a brood mother. You know that your life is all to the dedication of your young, making sure that they're fed, making sure they have fresh meat, making sure that your hive can grow. But today seems different. Like you've awakened to the world with a sudden realization that you can think for yourself. You're not just running on pure instinct anymore. You looking around at these humans and elves and these creatures, suddenly realizing what they are and that they're not just random food. They're intelligent creatures doing something to you. You seem to be attached to the wall somehow. You're not entirely sure how it works, but you can't feel it. You can feel that you can't move. You seem to be restrained. You're hungry, but you're always hungry.
Mm.
And what's more,
Quick question: do they look like scientists? People that are walking around me, or like
ah,
like the lab coat kind of person, someone holding a clipboard kind of thing, or do they look more like like civilian-esque kind of?
yeah, they look a little more plague doctory, to be honest with you, just because of the time period.
Okay.
But yeah, that's definitely the vibe you're getting from them. They seem like intelligent humans, and they're doing something to you. Another thing that you notice is you don't feel right. Besides just the sudden burst of sentience that you've received, you feel warm somehow.
Oh
Hmm.
god, it's summer there too.
Let's go ahead and roll me a perception check, just kind of get your bearings, look around you.
Perception is Uh, 20, and then oh crap, what's perception based off of? That's uh, 1 second. Perception is wisdom. So that'll be on 11.
11.
Are you using passive?
Hmm?
Are you using passive?
What's your passive?
14.
14? Yeah, I'll give it to you with a 14. Um,
Oh wait, hang on. I'm actually proficient with perception.
Oh.
So with that roll would actually turn into a 15.
Oh, 15. Excellent, excellent. So as you look around, you don't. By the way, do you know any languages? I don't think it's on that block.
Nope.
Okay. As you look about you, you notice that these creatures, these humans, you don't really understand them, but they're very clearly like communicating about you, and it seems that as you were kind of watching them for a moment, sort of regaining your senses and coming to, they seem to be getting slowly more and more agitated, almost like they're getting slightly more excited as time sort of creeps on. They walk a little bit faster and they talk a little bit louder. Their body language, it's easy to tell when a creature's upset. Um, but you feel this warmth, this odd, sickening warmth about your body that you can't quite understand. And as you look around with your insectoid eyes, you look down and you see it. You see this crystal, this very jagged, very just stereotypical looking crystal, about as tall as one of these humanoids, with several sort of like quartzy little protrusions kind of coming off of it. It swirls with a sort of pale green and slightly purple light, very sickening looking, and it feels like there's heat coming off of it. It
Oh,
feels like that's what's making you warm.
is almost like radioactive kind of heat.
You wouldn't know that term, but yes, that's
Okay.
definitely kind of what it feels like. It feels like you're standing next to a microwave that's just a little too old.
Oh, okay. Um, how restrained am I?
As you try to flex your sort of insectoid arms and try to buzz your wings a little bit, your wings seem to be free, though they don't grant you any lift because two of your legs, your legs seem to be kind of chained in 6 different directions. You know, being an insect. So you're essentially chained to the floor, the ceiling, and your 2 remaining legs are just kind of outstretched. So you're kind of suspended in place. But you notice that as you sort of flex and shake against these chains,
Mm-hmm.
they're getting tighter. And you notice that as you look about the room, the humans look like they're getting smaller. And they're growing more and more frantic. And as time goes on, the room seems like it's getting smaller
All right.
and
Well,
smaller.
as I grow, I'm gonna try and start like thrashing around, trying to break my chains.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make me, I guess, a strength check since you don't have athletics on that sheet or whatever.
Strength 20 plus 11.
11.
Yeah.
As you thrash at your chains, you sort of buzz in your insectoid rage. The chains seem to hold fast, but You definitely see some kind of dust trickle down from the ceiling as you yank.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on thrashing. That's all I can really do.
Yeah, for sure. We'll come back to you in a second.
Okay.
All right. Uh, Geared, you're actually technically next, but I'm gonna come back to you for a second because I have something for you. Sorry, I only have. Is that okay?
No, that's fine. I was being. I just
Okay.
being. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Brent,
Yes.
or rather, excuse me. Remind me of your name.
Lord Igon.
Lord Igon.
Yes, that is me. Hmm,
Lord
I'm
Igon,
sorry.
you used to be a very very powerful beholder. In that, you used to have such a horde. Oh my god, your tunnels were amazing. You bored like almost an underground castle, and you filled it with all the gems of your life's collection, and just it was practically a temple to your greatness.
Hmm,
And then you lost it all. You lost it all to that God's damned purple worm.
I will get that wriggling son of a bitch if it's the last thing I do.
That nightmarish purple worm that just bore through and tore your beautiful treasures apart and just left without even a how do you do. So now you find yourself on the hunt, looking about for a new place to call home. A place with better treasures, better people who will respect your authority and greatness.
And you will respect my authority.
Mhm.
Sorry.
They will follow me, or they will become part of my horde.
The frozen north is kind of just out of the question at this point. It's lost its appeal to you, and now you've been sort of burrowing underground under the Mediterranean Sea for the better part of a couple weeks now, looking for a nice little island or something like that. It's the Mediterranean. It's supposed to be full of caves. But upon sort of kind of coming closer to the surface, you think that you might be in the right neighborhood. And as you're looking, why don't you go ahead and give me, I guess, a survival check with advantage.
Straight D20.
What is, sorry, what is survival? That's wisdom, I believe. Yes.
I mean, I have
Survival
the
wisdom.
character sheet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
go
so
ahead and
then
make me a wisdom check with advantage.
roll the D20 and add. Okay, I'll take that 18. Oh, 20 run. Because I'm looking at its character or stat block right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You've kind of talking to the local flumps and things and the local goblins and just whatever creature didn't run away from you in stark horror and also recognized your power enough to talk to you and give you what you wanted. You heard rumors of this little island off the coast of Athens, and you think it might be promising. It's supposed to have nice deep caverns all through it that you could hole up in and just kind of take over. Only a few thousand humans that you need to annihilate. So you make your way over to this island, and you've been kind of circling around looking for a good cave to call you or your own. You know, something you can kind of bore into with your eye lasers. And
Sorry, hang on. Luke, I don't mean to interrupt. Everyone, refresh roll 20 really quick, and then I made everyone character sheets so that if you wanted to add in just the quick stats.
Oh, dope.
Make it just a little bit easier for us.
Nice. Good on you.
Um,
Oh, create an NPC.
I mean, either create an
So-
NPC or just edit sheet directly so you can add in whatever you got.
Sorry about that.
But yeah. As you make your way to the as you make your way towards the surface, you feel something and you don't quite understand. This sort of weird energy, not terribly unlike your own very, very strange energies. And then you suddenly feel a sort of psionic burst, if that makes sense, a sort of sudden flash of rage.
Gotta get this. Gotta find a new place. Huh?
oh, right. Yeah, you still wanted me to roll that. I already rolled the survival, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
Would you like to head towards this incident, this strange occurrence?
The voice in the back of his head says no, but every compulsion pushes him forward regardless.
All right.
He doesn't listen to the small voice. The small voice isn't worth anything to him.
All right. So as you make your way through these caverns and catacombs and things like that, you suddenly you're pretty sure you feel the thing that you sensed earlier. You feel the sort of strange energies that you were feeling, and sure enough, you do get this strange sort of psionic sensation of anger. Being a beholder, you're not truly psychic or telepathic, but you're also made entirely out of your own mental energies. So psionics aren't really a weird thing to you. You understand them probably better than most.
Okay.
However, you're pretty sure that whatever you're looking for, this thing that you felt, it's on the other side of a pretty thick stone wall.
Keep me out, will you?
Disintegration ray.
Disintegration ray, excellent. The stone wall in front of you cannot make a DC 16 dexterity save, so please roll your 10d8 damage.
Jesus.
uh, sorry, excuse me for 1 second. How do I put in custom? Like a custom amount?
In the chat box, slash roll, and then space, then type out the number you want to roll.
One more time, 10d6,
10d8.
d8. 54.
Jeez.
Oh, easily. So you start boring into this thing with your little your snaily eye stalks coming off of your gross meatball body. Just like the weirdest sort of laser drill it's ever been in science fiction. Rock just starts exploding left and right. If you're very careful to not let any of it get into your many eyes. But Chavez,
Yes.
as you sit there, suspended by your chains, you hear this weird humming sound. When suddenly you just hear this explosion come from the wall off to your right, as these massive beams just shoots into the room, slicing some of the humanoids clean in half in front of you, and hitting the giant crystal in front of you with just a massive amount of energy. You feel its warmth sort of flood the room, and you see a lot of the humanoids start to fall down like they're choking.
Do I feel anything, or does it look like it's just affecting them?
You feel the warmth kind of permeating through your body. You feel yourself growing slowly even more. And what's more, you feel one of the lasers cut like 3 of your chains.
Okay. I guess once I do that, I'm gonna start again thrashing about, trying to get the remainder chains taken care of and off me.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your strength check for me. Yeah.
Did that not roll it?
Doesn't look like it. I got a message, but it didn't actually say what it did.
Hang on 1 second. Let me refresh.
Yep.
5.
Okay. Brent,
Yes.
so you float on into the room. You see that you've definitely just cleaved through a couple of these the humanoids. There's definitely like some torsos and legs and things like that that seem to become separated from each other, scattered about the room. There are humans running about everywhere, humans and elves. I say humans kind of loosely, humanoids. Um, Screaming to each other in sort of an Italian accent.
He's
But
gonna
as you
laugh because he doesn't understand what they're screaming. Just
But go ahead and make me a perception check as you kind of walk into the room.
Papa Slaption, you got it.
Mhm.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Excellent.
I
As
have
you
all
walk-
these eyes. They're worth.
As you walk into the room, you know the scene of human scientists. They've tried to get their tentacles on you and stuff like that. Mages who want to understand the secrets of the universe, but will never understand them the way you do.
Pitiful.
hmm But as you sort of walk out, as you sort of stroll out into this this cave, or excuse me, into this chamber, you see this giant insectoid creature suspended from chains in front of you, with some sort of large glowing crystal in front of it that you might have just hidden with a death beam. Like, it seems like it's right in your trajectory. And it seems to be glowing with like this horrible green light. But as you gaze upon this giant insectoid creature, I would like you to make me a wisdom save with disadvantage. Chavez, I would like to make you to make a charisma check.
Oh god. Okay.
I got a 4.
I got an 11.
11. Okay.
I have a -2 in charisma.
Excellent.
I have a positive 2, but it didn't help.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm
So-
thrashing about and like stabbing at everything I possibly can with my stinger.
Yeah, for sure. As you are thrashing about, you notice this thing, this giant meatball with eyes, kind of floating into the room. You're not entirely sure what it is for a second. Then all of a sudden, the phrase "beholder" sort of floats into your consciousness. And you're not entirely sure how you understand it, but you suddenly have a general idea of what a beholder is.
Okay.
But God, I'm going to keep forgetting your name.
Lord Igon.
Lord Igon. As you stare at this insectoid creature thrashing at her chains, you notice that she's the most beautiful creature you've ever laid eyes on.
And I have a lot of eyes to do that. Sorry, I made it weird.
I think I made it weird, but anyway. Uh, as you look at the... Yeah.
Oh, he's just.
What? What is this?
He's just staring at this point. He's not activating anything. He's not doing anything. He's just staring.
I am aggressively flailing my stinger around, and while I'm doing that, grabbing at the rest of the chains and my restraints with my free hands, trying to get them off.
And I'm assuming you're not. I mean, you're trying to get out. You're not hiding the fact that you're, held and trying to get out.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Enthralled by this creature, he's going to point one of his eye stalks at the remaining chains and blast them.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll me one of your beams.
Okay, so I'm not getting. Let's see. I think I'll just shoot another disintegration. But all it says is it needs to make a DC 16 save.
Okay.
Like, yeah, no, it doesn't give me like any dice to roll.
Oh yeah, it doesn't save. It's a chain, so it doesn't have to make a dexterity save. It automatically fails. So yeah, just go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Yeah, inanimate objects can't pass dexterity saves.
Oh boy. Oh boy, get ready for this, guys. If I read this correctly. Hang on. Oh, hang on, never mind. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yoink. And 34. Damn it. I misread that as 45 D8, and I was like, hang on a second, that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
That's 34 damage.
34 damage. All right. Intoxicated by the pheromones coming off of this bee, you desperately just slice away at her chains, and yeah, sure enough, they come off pretty easy. You still have chain links suspended from your wrists and things there, Chavy, but you seem to be free now, and you are free to float about the room and fly.
So how long are these? Would you say these chains are on me?
It's hard to say. Like, probably because what is a fleshpod hornet's original size? It's a large creature, right?
Large beast.
It's a large beast, yeah. So like, I don't know, maybe 10 feet long.
Okay. I'm gonna look at this weird ball in front of me that just freed me, and look at the remainder of the room, and I'm gonna go ape shit and start slamming into everything I possibly can, destroying everything I can.
Okay. We'll come back to
likes
that.
the look of this and will join in. If anything,
yeah?
you're helping him clear this place out.
Yes, yes, yes! Swarm, Queen, and destroy!
Okay. Yeah. We'll come back to that in a second.
Yay.
Okay. Rodney.
I am ready.
Oh, okay.
All right, bud. You are a dragon turtle. Not a bad position to be in the Mediterranean Ocean, to be honest with you. You're basically an apex predator. The only thing that ever tries to attack you are god-awful abominations, and you've literally never seen one that you couldn't eat. You can chomp trading ships in one bite. You are literally the stuff of legends in these parts. Some people mistaking you for a giant floating island sometimes, only to try and land on you and realize they've made a terrible mistake.
Sorry, quick thing, Luke. Are we using the dragon turtle from the monster manual, or are you using a different one?
Monster Manuel.
Okay.
As you are sort of swimming about the Mediterranean, sort of like minding your own business and things, you looking for something to snack on, and a nice like livestock ship would be awesome right about now, but you'd settle for a small whale or a pod of dolphins or something. As you sort of swimming about one of your own, one of your favorite lunch spots, you suddenly feel very odd. And I would like you to make me a, we'll say a charisma saving throw. So go ahead and roll a d20.
Well, here, Rodney, if you go in the top right hand corner of Roll20, you're gonna see a row of things. There's like a speech bubble, there's a picture looking thing, and there's one that looks like a newspaper. Click on the newspaper, find your name.
Yes.
And then on the left side of that one, you're gonna see a bunch of numbers, like the 7, the 0, the 5. Look at those, and then there's one classified as saving throws. There's a title on the bottom of it. You're gonna want to click on the name of that one. It'll come up red.
So I'm on the right side at the top. I see the chat bubble, newspaper, music, the jukebox.
So,
I click on the
the one that-
newspaper one.
the
It
one that
opens
says-
up characters. I find my name, and
Find
it
your name.
opens up a pop-up window that has bio and info, character sheet,
Character
and
sheet, go to character
attribute.
sheet.
And then there's just a little white line with nothing else.
Oh.
What is he rolling?
Did you say Constitution or Charisma?
Charisma save.
So, if you go on the dice roller where the little dice is, before you click anything, you hit the advanced dice roller. You can go in there and you can roll d20 and then add the charisma modifier that he has.
Well, I rolled it based off his character sheet for him just now.
Okay.
Do
you need to refresh your page, Rodney?
Yeah, try
The
refreshing your page.
The app roll page? Roll 20 page?
Yeah, refresh the Roll20 page. And then find that character sheet.
There's more stuff in here now.
Awesome, that's what it was.
Yep. So on the
let me
left
see.
side, you're gonna see things titled Strength, Dex, Constitution. In the row right next to it, there's a bubble called Saving Throws.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna want to find the one that says Charisma. And then highlight it, make sure it's red. Click on it. There you
Hey, perfect. Okay.
What just happened?
go. It rolled your dice. for you.
Oh, I see. 5, 21.
The second number is if we were to say advantage or disadvantage, or if Luke were to say.
So, any base rolls that you go, you're gonna take the left side of those two numbers, the left one. So that 5.
Me clicking that, my roll is what?
5.
That 5.
Oh, the left side. Okay, sorry.
That's actually not showing up for me, so I'm going to refresh my page.
Oh lord.
So from the time
There it is. Yep.
Wolf gave me access to the character sheet till now, I was typing in all of my stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever works best. We're good. All right. Rodney, you being a dragon turtle, you're actually a fairly intelligent creature. You could feasibly, you've had like full-on conversations with nicer sea captains and things like that. And mermaids are always fun to talk to, as long as they're not annoying. But you speak the language of Draconic, the language of the dragons. And as you are sort of swimming about looking for something to snack on, you feel this sort of strange warmth sort of wash over you, almost like a passing pod of whales just peed in the water or something.
Ew.
Yeah. And it sort of you hear in your mind this draconic word, this guttural parlance that you know to mean hunger. You just sort of feel it echoing in your head. And you're not sure exactly what it is or what it means, but you suddenly feel compelled to crawl up onto this island that you're next to. You start digging around in it for something to eat, something very specific that you can't really describe. Would you like to investigate the island?
Yes, I would.
Okay. As you are sort of sailing about, go ahead and make me a perception check.
So Rodney, the checks, underneath the saving throws, there's that bigger box that says skills, and you're gonna want to find the one that says perception. Do the same thing. So you have it.
Oh, my base roll is a 5.
So, not really understanding what's happening, you feel yourself just growing hungrier and hungrier, and you're not entirely, what's the word I'm looking for, coherent about it. You just say to yourself, I need something to eat. Something that, like a craving almost. And you sort of find the nearest dock on the island, and you just sort of beach yourself onto it, and you say to yourself, this seems like a good place to start. We'll say, which one is... Oh, can I don't know how to do this. Can I have control over the tokens real quick, or can I just have someone move them?
Where do you want me to move?
Can you grab the dragon turtle and put it like right here?
Oh, I thought you meant. Never mind. I only have control of me.
Wolf should be able to do that, right?
Where
Yep.
you want it? So right
Yeah,
there?
that works.
Okay. And Luke, I'm giving you control.
Thank you. As you sort of make your way kind of into past the docks into the stream, you sort of see this sort of entrance to the city and sort of the main thoroughfare. This is a weird picture for an island, so we're just going to pretend there's water on the edges. What would you like to do, Rodney?
I would like to. Is the gate is closed?
The gate does seem to be closed. It doesn't seem to be opening just at the sight of you.
I will do a tail attack.
Yeah, you gonna swing around and hit it with your tail. All right.
Yeah.
Well, go
So
ahead and
your tail attack is in the middle under attacks and spellcasting. And click on the word. There you go.
holy shit.
And then if you want to roll damage, go to the chat box and then click on the word tail under what you just rolled. There you go.
17 damage. Oof. So you
For his tail attack, creatures make a DC 20 strength saving throw.
yeah, and unfortunately it's an inanimate object, so it's gonna automatically fail that saving throw. Probably not how this works, but we're just gonna say that you give yourself a nice little Gamera spin here, and you whack it with your big meaty dinosaur tail, and yeah, the sea gate just sort of slams right open for you.
Yay.
You seem to have
Proceed
busted the
through the
lock.
gate.
Yeah, for sure. As you kind of look about, you see people on either side of the shore just kind of screaming and things like that. You know, humans aren't normally your go-to snack, but man, these people are looking tasty.
Um,
What the fuck
there's
was
a
that
lot
for?
of people.
Oh yeah, there's
Or
like hundreds of them.
no, I am not going to attack these people right now. I'm going to explore the coast.
Okay. As you make your way sort of deeper into the heart of this little canal here, roll me, I guess, a perception check.
My base
Hmm.
roll is an 8.
Okay. Well,
Oh, sorry.
you don't see the thing that you seem to be craving, but as you look about, you sort of are kind of looking. You see on the side of the docks, there is a sort of about here-ish, we'll say. You see essentially a fish cannery. You see a sort of warehouse where ships seem to be bringing in their catches, and uh, people on the docks are like gutting them and stuff like that, and loading them into barrels of salt and things like that. It's basically just a giant can of tuna to you.
No.
I am strangely attracted to this giant can of tuna, and I'm going to go over to it and see if there's an entrance.
I mean, yeah. As you go over to it, it's just kind of like a warehouse. So I mean, like the side of the building that's kind of facing you, facing the docks, is just kind of open, and then it's just got big barn doors. Um, from your perspective, this building, like this warehouse building, is a little bit smaller than you. um, like you could not fit in here, and like you know, you would, if you tried to crawl into this thing, you would break the door and the roof. Like it's not happening.
I am going to do a bite attack and
Go
eat the
for it.
building.
Yeah, go for it.
Base roll 19.
Damn.
22 piercing.
Okay. Yeah. With that, you just go get a meaty bite at this building, and you come away with like a good like quarter of the building, like 20 barrels of salted fish and whale, and like 5 people, and a good chunk of the dock.
Oh,
Like you literally just Godzilla chomp part of this structure.
all
But
right.
oddly enough, it's not, doesn't seem to be satisfying your cravings. It's not what you're looking for, even though it's more food than you usually eat in a day.
Tuna.
Um, we are streaming, so be careful with that.
Yeah, I got you.
No, that one's a good one. I use that one.
So I guess I'm going to continue back in the water, get back in the water and keep going down the river
All right.
to find this attraction.
All right. We'll get back to you in a second. Geared.
Yes.
You are a colossus. You guard this port island. We'll just call it something Greek sounding, like Micros. You guard yeah. You guard the town of Micros as a sort of construct, a colossus modeled after the Colossus of Rhodes. You can choose how you want to be stylized. You don't have to be modeled after Zeus if you don't want to. But your job as a construct has sort of been just the protection and defense of the city. You stand guard mostly as a sort of lighthouse most of your days. just sort of shedding light as a beacon. But whenever there's some sort of emergency, usually like an attacking fleet or pirates or something like that, the city will activate their defenses, and you, along with several of your other brethren, will come to life to defend the people of this town. And it seems today is one of those days. You find yourself activated at the sign of danger. You sort of are standing on this pedestal, sort of like on one of like the turrets, kind of on the walls of the city here. So just one of these guys. I'll let you place yourself wherever you see fit, but somewhere on the wall of the city. And yes, it seems that the city is in danger.
So being in the defense of the city, I'm gonna assume I'm gonna be right here just to ease.
Works.
And turtle guy is attacking the city.
Go ahead and roll me a perception.
Perception. That work?
Yep.
My passive is also 10.
Passive of 10. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take the 10. Yeah, as you are looking about, Rodney, you're not trying to be particularly sneaky, right?
No, it's the daytime.
Yeah, so you're just wandering about. You're not trying to keep a low profile or anything.
Right.
I just thought it's Rodney the turtle. Oh no.
With a 10, you don't actually see this hulking mass floating in the water, but as you're sort of looking about, you do hear the screams of people sort of in the distance, coming from sort of the docks, the fishery, as it were.
I would turn and go that direction.
Excellent. As you make your way over there, yeah, sure enough, you see a giant fuck off turtle in the middle of the river.
I would probably hit it with my incineration beam. I'm not joking. I have an incinerating beam attack.
Okay.
Let me see if it pops up correctly.
I feel pretty safe in the water.
It just makes a 150-foot line that is 10 foot wide. And I'm guessing it rolled the damage for me when I clicked on it.
Okay. As he is it a save?
Yes, it is a save. It's like
Hmm,
literally
interesting.
like the classic I shoot a laser and it just goes zzz across the ground and lights it all on fire.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
it's a DC 26 dexterity save.
Jesus.
Okay.
I have to roll a D6 at the beginning of my next turn to use it again.
All right. Yeah. Rodney, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw. Which strike that. It's actually impossible for you to save this throw. um. Hmm.
Wait, isn't it really impossible for him to succeed it?
Yeah, it's actually impossible for him to succeed. He cannot roll a 26.
No. I'm a protecting robot. I do protect.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you the advantage because I'm feeling generous. Sorry, Geared. I just want Rodney to live a little bit longer, if that's okay. So I'm gonna give you the nat 20 and say half damage.
So Rod, I can't change it up in here, but Rodney, you have a +6 to dex saving throws.
He does.
Yep.
Oh, so he just saves. Perfect. I was looking at the dex number. I didn't realize he was proficient.
Yeah, that's why I made mine a monster, not a character sheet, because I literally just typed in all my stats, which are all except for strength and con 0.
Okay. So yeah, with that, go ahead and roll the damage on that geared, and we'll go ahead and have it for Rodney there.
It rolled it when I clicked on it. It was 86. Not 86, 58. Sorry.
Oh, 58? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
don't actually see. Oh, I see. It's up there. Are you sure that's 58 and not the average?
No, the average is 60. It does 11
Okay,
d10.
gotcha. Okay, so 58. So that would be 29.
Yeah.
So you take 29 points of damage, Rodney.
So Rodney,
Um,
when you're looking at your character sheet, very center, you're gonna see one that says current hit points. Oh.
Yeah, that's the downside to that one is I can't mark my hit points.
So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take that big number and then subtract that from there. So you're gonna want to keep track of how what you're at.
so I should take my okay.
Okay. With that, I'll say that go ahead. That goes. I can't talk. That's going to go ahead and bring us to initiative. So, yeah, go ahead between the two of you. Go ahead and roll me a initiative.
I got 14.
14.
So Rodney, above your HP, you're gonna see armor class, initiative, and speed. You're gonna want to hit the initiative one.
1.
It's a 1. Okay. Excellent.
It's a red one.
Red one. All right, Geared. It's your move again. So go ahead.
So how are we gonna homebrew this one? It says I get 3 attacks, but it says it's 1 with a slam and 2 with my turrets, and then I make a stomp attack. That's what my monster sheet says.
Let me see your monster. Yeah, let me see this thing real quick.
I think it was the last image I sent to you.
Yeah. Go ahead and start with the stomp. Let's say.
I didn't move any closer to him.
Well, I assumed you were moving closer and attacking. That's
Well,
why you
yeah.
were asking. Yeah.
So is that closer? Yeah, that's still within range.
Yeah, that works.
So the stomp attack, the Colossus stomps stomps one of its feet on a point within 20 feet of it. Any creature within a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20-foot high cylinder on the point does a 26 DC 26 dexterity saving throw or take 6d10s bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ! I should not let you play this thing.
Until the Colossus uses the stomp again or moves, that creature is restrained. While restrained this way, it literally stomps on top of them, unless you don't, because they're about the same size, which would make sense.
Yeah, there you are not. You are not larger than this dragon turtle.
Okay, so you just want me to do the stomp attack for damage?
Yeah.
And he would succeed for half. I rolled the average.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me another dex save there, Rodney, as this giant robot is just coming at you out of nowhere.
17 base roll.
17. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and give you the advantage again. But that's still a 23, so you do not save. I think I'm gonna lower the saves on these, Geared. I'm sorry.
I
I don't
mean,
think
you let me
anyone
play
else is
a
that
CR
high.
25 creature.
Yeah. Let's let me compare that to the what's
flesh pot is a 6.
Yeah, Rodney's is like an 18 for his breath weapon. Let's bring that down to like a yeah. Let's bring that down to like a
If you
16.
use the save throws for the ancient dragon turtle, it would take his up to 24.
I'm yes, but I'm not doing that for reasons.
Okay.
For very good reasons, I promise.
I keep losing my sheet.
Hmm.
And then should I punch?
So Rodney, you go ahead and save. So you're only gonna take half that damage. So it's 33 damage, you said.
Yes.
Um, so we'll go ahead and what is that? 15.
16.
16. Thank you. So 16 damage. Yeah, go ahead and throw your punch.
Yeah. I don't even have to be. Well, I mean, because we're giant, I'm not technically. I don't have to technically right next to him to hit him with this either. The punch or the slam attack is a 20-foot reach.
Nice.
Of course, that didn't deal damage, but it swung it.
So, Luke, quick question. How, if we're looking at the grid, what's the distance on this grid? I'd imagine like every square on here would be like 20, 30 feet. Or actually even more.
In game, yeah, probably something like that. Just for the sake of simplicity.
Because both the dragon turtle and the colossus are gargantuan.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go with the normal stats that they already have written, just because it's homebrew.
Okay.
It's a fun little experiment. We'll figure it out next time if there's problems. Okay. So yeah, so attack 25. I'm assuming a 25 hits. So yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
I gotta figure out how to roll damage because it wasn't rolling like normal, or it didn't roll
No.
like the other ones.
I'll bring up Rodney's sheet because this might be a little. Rodney's armor is 20.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna use the advanced dice roller.
Yep.
And my to hit. Oh, it's a plus. Shabushki. Slam attack does 30 damage.
We
All right.
might want to reduce how much damage he does.
it's fine. It's fine. I promise.
Yeah. I'll do the Eldritch turrets with disadvantage because I'm technically still out of range, but because of the map, I'm still within range. So I'll just do that.
You made the. I'm only gonna give you one Eldritch turret just because that's ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. 29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that one's damage is
What's that?
24 damage.
Okay. Jesus. Yeah, you kind of get blasted a little bit, Rodney, but you also cannot be knocked prone because you're in the water.
24 was my damage.
So it's yes, 24 from that last attack, and then did you take the 30 as well from the slam?
No, I missed that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, lost that.
So, Rodney, you're gonna want to pay attention to your character sheet quite a bit with these.
It's a good thing you have 340 health.
Yeah. I'm just gonna bring up the calculator on my computer to keep track of my HP because I can't on my sheet for some reason.
Fair enough. All right, is that gonna do it for you?
271.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right.
Since we had to nerf my turret. Unless I
to
just
be-
don't make the stomp on the next turn.
I mean, to be fair, Geared, I'd be dead right now if we went head to head. I would have been dead by the end of your turn.
Oh, I was actually gonna ask about grappling your character. Anyway,
All right, Rodney, it is your turn. This giant metal Greek god just came out and just started wailing at you. What would you like to do?
Duke, question real quick before he attacks. Should I change my immunities to resistances?
Geared, why would you do this to me?
I didn't notice I was immune to things.
Neither did I. You have no immunities.
No,
No.
I actually wrote those in the wrong place.
Yeah, you have no immunities. It's not happening.
Oh, hold on. I have immunity. It says immunity.
The
to necrotic
DM is saying you
poison.
have no immunities. You have no immunities.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you now have no immunities.
I was just saying I was moving them down to resistances.
Yeah, and I'm saying no.
Okay.
I guess the best thing for me to do is my multi-attack.
So you can make 3 attacks if you like.
And I will do...
Well, so you can either do the bite and 2 claws, or the tail and a claw.
I'm gonna do a bite and 2 claws.
Bite and 2 claws? Okay.
My first bite is 23 with 23 piercing.
All right, 23 hits.
Alright, go ahead. Oh, that's 23 points of damage too. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, go ahead and roll your next attack.
32 is the base roll.
Yeah, 32 hits.
Oh,
With 10
absolutely.
foot reach. 16.
Awesome.
And then another
Yeah, still hits.
32 for 17.
Alrighty.
So you get in there with a meaty bite, and then you just start thrashing this thing with your big old turtle claws. Is there anything else you would like to do? Basically, the only thing you can really do at this point would be move.
I would like to move away from this person.
Okay. So if you
This
are
thing.
in, so if you're in melee combat with a guy, like if you're squared up with each other, and then you go to move away, that will create something that's called an attack of opportunity, meaning this guy's gonna try and punch you in your butt as you run away. But he only gets 1 attack, so he can only do that. And also, you can do the same thing if he moves away from you. So, would you still like to move away?
Can I like retreat my body into my turtle shell?
It's kind of silly that the dragon turtle doesn't have that feature.
Yeah, it is actually.
Well, I'm just gonna wait and see what he does. I'm not turning my back to this bully. I'm just trying to eat, and he's attacking me.
Okay. Yeah. If you in the future, if you want, what you can do is you can choose not to attack, and you can disengage, which means you spend your whole turn getting away from the guy, and he can't hit you.
How do I find
or-
out his like distance? his
You don't. That's
hit points and stuff.
that's metagame.
He's his distance.
Like how far can he hit? And
Oh yeah. You wouldn't know. It's safe to assume that the laser that he shot at you and the cannon that he shot at you can probably shoot a pretty far ways away. In fact, you probably don't notice this, but as the Colossus sort of shoots his laser out at you that first time, it sort of creates just a classic like Godzilla beam from like here all the way across the city.
okay, so there's no
So like
moving
like
away
that.
from that.
Yeah.
I'm programmed to protect, not to restrain. I have 3 intelligence. I gotta play a barbarian.
Boy can take a mean order, I tell you what.
But if you
Alright.
want, since you're kind of at a disadvantage here, what I'll let you do is I'll let you say, you can pull your head in to your shell as a bonus action. This is a brand new home rule thing that I'm making right now here for you, and he will have disadvantage on his next attack.
Cool.
So it'll make it harder for him to hit you.
Alright.
Okay. Sounds good.
Call
So
it
as
homegrown defense.
there you go. As this giant turtle and this robot duke it out over the docks, people running away, a fire has somehow spontaneously broken out, seemingly unrelated to the battle.
Yes, of course.
Right? We come back to, I've decided that this little Colosseum thing here, this is your sort of Acropolis, your temple that these two creatures are under. Brent and Chavez, as you are sort of thrashing about and just sort of, I'm not even gonna make you roll for this. You guys are just murking these scientists, like you're just cutting them in half. You can roll damage if you like.
Stab.
Okay, first off, the first thought that came to mind when I saw myself in this stadium, because I know that's what that's supposed to be.
Yep.
I'm just
This is where I would play football if I had any feet.
yeah, I'm not even gonna roll damage. It basically looks like a disco show or something, just lights going off everywhere.
Yep.
As I'm disintegration lasers everywhere.
I'm slamming into everything I possibly can. You know that scene where you rip something out of the wall, there's sparks that fly everywhere. That's essentially that's what I'm seeing me do every time that I hit like a computer or a mod or like any of the big equipment that's around.
I'd like to think your larvae are inside now, just munching away at wires and everything.
Larva don't hatch for 24 hours, but
Oh, okay, never mind then. I thought they were active. I thought you were literally a hive.
As you say that, Chavez, you notice that as you are looking at as you are implanting your larva into these, I'm assuming that you're doing the normal flesh pod hornet thing.
Mhm.
So as you see these corpses of humanoids about you and such, you sort of are implanting your little embryos in your into these food sacks essentially to let them hatch for later. But you feel really strange. You still feel this warm sensation, and you feel your brood sort of squirming around in your sort of flesh pods, your hive on your back essentially. And you notice that as you are sort of planting your children into these things, they're hatching remarkably fast. Like they're crawling up out of these things, you know, not fully formed, but you know, like they're taking to the flesh way too quickly.
Okay.
And as you continue your work, you have this hunger in your body, this need to consume and to feed your children and things like that. And there's plenty of corpses all about. Igor, Lord Igor, from your perspective, Igon, sorry.
You're fine.
Lord
Just think-
Igon.
Yeah. Imagine me without any eyes. Where have my eyes gone? Igon.
Hey, there you go.
But I have eyes. I just
as you are looking out, you notice that you and this lady seem to be into the same things. The killing of humans and such like that. It's a shared interest. From your perspective, this might actually be a somewhat successful date.
You bastard. I love it.
You saved her. She's kind of into you. You got dinner together.
God.
Maybe we should make our way to the surface. This is not a romantic spot. A horde for my queen.
I'm gonna look around. Are there any windows at all, or does it seem like we're more like in like the basement area kind of?
Nah, this is like pitch black underground type of stuff. You can tell somehow that you're underground, like just kind of your natural instincts have told you that you're not on the surface. But another thing too, you're not really sort of paying attention to this chattering meatball as he's sort of shooting lasers out at these people. But then you notice something. You're not sure how, but he seems to have referred to you as Queen. It's a sort of flash of comprehension in your mind as you understand, and you approve of this somehow.
I'm gonna look at him, give that like inquisitive like head tilt, and look at the ceiling, and start I'm clacking my pincers together.
May I roll insight?
Yes, you may. Chavez persuasion on your end.
Persuasion 10.
Let's get that insight. 7. So I see you essentially tilting your head, looking up, and clacking your pincers, and whether or not I understand what that's supposed to mean, he's gonna aim his beam, some of his eye stalks up, begin to slowly spin and shoot off the lasers, so it's acting kind of like a drill.
Mm-hmm. As the ceiling cannot resist your drill, you start burrowing towards the ceiling. When all of a sudden this other different colored fuck off laser just comes shooting through the room, basically cutting the room in half. And you see
the walls. They fight back.
the beam is much larger than anything you're capable of firing. It's massive, and as it kind of cuts across the room, incinerating some of the poor defenseless broodlings squirming on the floor, you notice that it strikes this green glowing crystal, and you see this massive green explosion in the room just suddenly blur out your sight, and you don't see anything for a second. You almost kind of lose consciousness, it seems, and when you come to, you're no longer underground. You don't see the room anywhere. You don't see the corpses of people around you anymore either. You seem to be up in the surface again somehow, like exposed to the air, surrounded by very tiny buildings. You're not entirely sure what happens, but somehow both of you seem to have succumbed to the enlarge spell, making your size both gargantuan and applying all the appropriate effects.
What does that mean stat-wise?
Let me see here. Let me see here. So you're both under the effects of enlarge.
Means your melee attacks would get more damage?
Your size categories have gone up. Yeah, we're just gonna say for the sake of this, just for the simplicity of it, you are both gargantuan. Brent, you do enough damage, but Chavez, all of your attacks are now doubled in strength.
Do you mean double the hit as well, or just the strength, or just the damage?
You can double the. What's your plus to hit?
7.
Yeah, you can double it. Your 2 hit is stronger, and your additionally, you both gain 200 temporary hit points.
Golly.
Yep.
Damn, I am happy with my health pool right now.
Yep.
I rolled. I looked it up and I rolled. That's what my large roll earlier was for. It was for health.
Okay.
Additionally, you've all seemed to have. Both of you seem to have succumbed to this very strange effect. You're not entirely sure what's happening, but both of you seem to understand the draconic language, and you both hear one word echoing in the back of your brains. Can you guess what it is?
Fuck it up.
Rude metal.
Hunger.
Lizards speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
So
Additionally,
from where we're at, we could see these two duking it out, can we?
yeah.
Okay.
Rodney,
Yes.
you feel this massive wave of warm energy wash over you again, so much stronger than it was before. And you hear that phrase again in your draconic language, hunger, echoing through your mind. You turn your head over your turtley shoulder, and you look back in the direction of a large explosion, this green energy that just erupts from the heart of town. And you realize that's it. Whatever that is what you are craving. And from that explosion, you see 2 large forms suddenly just sort of growing out of the ruins of town. You see the form of an enormous bee insect creature and a giant meatball with eyes.
That I need to remind you that is covered in jewels. Or,
Yes.
Jewelry, like gold bracelets and rings and stuff.
Um,
He's very vain.
Looks like I have a swim ability. I can swim over there.
Yeah, you can.
I believe you got like 40 feet of swim speed. So basically, was that 8 squares worth of water?
Yeah. But just 1 second. We'll get to that in a second, Rodney. Geared.
Yes.
As you find yourself wrestling with this enormous turtle, you suddenly see it from the direction of where your turret was, had just fired off. You see this enormous green explosion, almost like a mushroom cloud, sort of cascade in the middle of the city. Just sort of goes off and it washes over your body. You suddenly take a knee as you feel your magical Arcana Tech runes and start to flicker on and off, almost like a power surge. And your vision sort of starts to get all staticky as you're not seeing. And your gears kind of sputter and slow down for a second, just. And as the sort of green warmth and radiation sort of washes out over you and away, you come kind of back online. Your vision's still a little staticky, and one of your eyes may be cracked. But something seems to be wrong with your targeting system. For whatever reason, as you look out at the city, literally every moving thing is registering as an enemy.
Well, my laser needs a recharge, so can I still fire it? It's all
no.
over the place?
No. Unfortunately, you're still gonna need to recharge like normal. Because I'm sorry, I don't mean to pick on you, Geared. You definitely picked the most broken character, and I kind of needed to raise everyone to your level.
Okay.
But yes. Oh, Rodney, I forgot to mention something.
Yes.
Your steam breath. It feels like something that you could just do spontaneously now. It does not seem like something that you can only do once and have to recharge. It seems like something has invigorated your draconic energies and you have unlimited steam breath.
Well, I would do a steam breath as a reaction to seeing that meatball appear in the city out of excitement.
Okay. Well, as we have sort of kind of reinitialized everything, why don't you all go ahead and roll me another initiative check, and we'll see what happens in the Monster Mash. Also, I think this is probably a good place to take a break because I desperately need to pee.
Okay. Well, here. Let's have everyone roll initiative first, and then do so.
Yep.
So me and Geared got the same initiative roll.
Hmm.
And I got me a nat 20.
Geared, I'm gonna assume that your dex is higher than mine.
I mean, I have 11.
Oh, then mine's higher.
I'm a giant
Nice.
robot. Why would my dex be that high?
Because your character was initially bigger than I am, by far. Okay.
I mean, if you take in consideration that the space you take up is where your standard stance would be, and I take up a 20-foot space where a normal human, and I'm humanoid shaped, takes up a 5-foot space, and a human is average 6 feet tall, so I'm probably somewhere along the lines 30 feet tall. Depending, I guess. Math. Maybe taller than that. I don't know. Hold on, there's a.
All right. Well, people, go to break. Where is here? It is. Okay. Hi, chat. How you doing?
Ahoy.
How's everyone liking the session so far? This is definitely ragtag and
Did you see what I put in the Roll20 chat?
yeah, saw that one.
Mayor, note to self: reprogram classes to not fire incineration beam towards the city.
All right. Does anyone have a question that they want to bring up for break?
Yes, I asked it. Oh, sorry, I heard someone else gasping for air like they were going to say something.
Oh, it's getting up. I need a snack.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, what are your top 3 most anticipated classes to play? Like, classes you have yet to play. And you know what? throw in races too. So just like for me, I want to play maybe a lizard folk druid, or maybe a sorcerer of some sort. You know, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like throw in a race and a class you would put with that race, but name 3.
Okay.
Um,
Zoro with a 12-month resubscribe. Thanks, man.
Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing, Zoro?
You've definitely known us longer, but you know, I don't think I had this. I haven't had my affiliation, I think, long enough to really go home. Oh, nice. Oh, welcome to the stream. We're basically. Oh god, what's that? Rampage. That's essentially what we're getting at.
God, I loved. Did you play the GameCube one?
I don't think it was the GameCube one. My stepdad had an emulator for the PlayStation, so we played it on that.
Well, okay, fine. The Xbox, PlayStation, GameCube era. I played it on GameCube, but I know the one you're talking about, and I gotta say my favorite character was Ramsey.
I didn't know him by name. Mine was always the alligator if you had it unlocked.
Oh, hold on.
Or crocodile or whatever they had for that. I think it was an alligator.
They had a werewolf in that one, right?
Yes. I forgot his name though.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I will actually look it up.
Yeah, I don't remember the series very well at all, but I've it's funny because I think I've played it on like 3 different consoles. Like I think I played the 64 version.
All right. I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Brent, to answer your question, what I've always wanted to do is I've always wanted to play a grung, and I have always wanted to play either a druid or a storm sorcerer as a grung. Something that gives me the ability to create a small rain cloud in my area, so I don't have to worry about the whole water dependency thing.
Gotcha.
A grung grappler.
That could be fun. Yeah, especially with the poison.
Yeah. I give everyone hugs. They always leave me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you got 2 more. Because I already know my next one.
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing like a. I know people who have said Arakakra monk, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the next logical conclusion and say Owlin monk. I just want to know what that looks like.
Nice. So my next one would have been I'd have to look up the specific type, but essentially a Rooster Kenku that is a pugilist. Like that's his.
Oh yeah.
That's his whole thing. Like, but I'd have to look up an actual pugilist class because I could use monk, but I don't know. I feel like I need to find a homebrew specifically for boxing.
They added the fighting stance for punching.
Oh no shit. Okay, well then it might be a fighter then.
Nice.
Oh, when Chavez gets back, I actually found the.
It is the unarmed fighting style.
Yes.
You do a D6. If you aren't wielding any weapons or shield, it's a D8.
Yep. That's probably what it would be. I already said my lizard. Oh.
At the start of your turn, you can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to one creature you have grappled. So, grung unarmed fighter.
And champion. If I were now imagine this. Imagine a Yuan Ti paladin. But its lower half is the snake half. So it's not legs.
There you go.
And when I say what is it? It's layered metal for the armor for its tail. like an interlocking layered metal, so it's able to move alongside, so it doesn't snag.
I wouldn't mind playing as a Yanti. Like,
Hello.
like as long as it's not a pureblood. Like the Yanti purebloods, like just kind of defeats the purpose to me. I want to be Sneckman.
Oh yeah, you mean like with what, snake eyes and maybe a forked tongue, but that's it?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's some cop-out shit in my eyes.
yeah.
It's like,
why did
I
you
don't
do
want
this
to
to us, wizards?
cosplay. I don't want to cosplay one. I want to be one,
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
hear my name?
it's a cosplay.
Oh, I thought I heard someone say my name.
No.
No.
I was just talking about how essentially the pure bloods or whatever look more human than they do snake, and that I'm just calling that the tourist approach to a Yuan-Ti.
Yeah.
Ooh, I remember that. I know a second one I'd pick. So I made a gold metallic dragonborn who is a swarm keeper who keeps these. They are a scarab, coin scarab.
Okay.
It's a monster. It is a scarab beetle that looks like a gold coin that hangs around dragons.
Ah, clever. Because
I
of
just thought
the gold, I'm assuming.
Yeah. For some reason, it is not on my character sheet anymore, so I will look up what the scarab was it actually called.
How are you
Oh, it's
enjoying
called a
yourself over there, Rob?
scarab. Right.
Very good.
I'm doing good. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna get killed by this robot guy who's just a bully. He thinks he's a protector, but really he's destroying the town.
He has 3 intelligence. What do you expect me to do?
Yeah, but I got that swim move. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
He's kind of dumb, so maybe he'll see a butterfly and get distracted.
No, he'll get hyper focused.
Yeah, I hope this isn't. If you were at all interested in normal D&D, it doesn't look like this at all. This
No.
is
I'm back.
this is a wacky thing that we threw together.
Normal D&D isn't like this whatsoever, like at all.
Definitely gonna be curious to go back and watch the VOD on this one.
Yeah.
Luke, I'm sorry for picking such a big monster, but I expected other people to pick big monsters.
I was trying to be nice to
shouldn't
the DM and keep it at a low challenge rating.
I
sorry.
was going to I shouldn't have said okay to such a broken monster. Like, you've definitely shown me this thing before, and I was just trying to.
Oh, no, I haven't shown you this one. I
juggle
showed you one I made, which is not as broken as this, but it's close. The ranged attack is only a 7 instead of an 18.
Damn. Chavez, the character you were thinking of was actually just named Croc.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here.
So talk amongst ourselves, or wait for you to say something.
What a crop.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Just keep talking.
Oh, okay.
For my third one,
All right. Sorry.
the third one, I want to say my third one's a tie between an Owlin Ranger and a Tabaxi Ranger, both Gloamstalkers. Because what's scarier than seeing cat eyes in the darkness?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. So one of the most unnerving monsters in this game was called Squirmy. He literally looks like a mummy made of earthworms.
Ew.
It sounds like a mummy version of the Halo Hunter.
What about Oogie Boogie?
That would be this guy. So, where is it?
Oh, and
Yeah.
Zenith, as far as the kaiju goes, I thought we were just gonna be those characters, just supersized. I didn't realize that we were actually trying to find things that had the base category of something that big.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Luke left.
Yeah,
I
he
think
said he'd be right back.
What is that music?
Oh, I've got ambient music that I play for D&D. This one is they don't tell me who or what made it, but this title is Dragon Dreams on in voice mod. If we were using the Avatar one, I've got more for that. I just don't have any for this because we literally just threw this together as we were starting up.
Has it been this one song the whole time?
No. This one is mainly for like intros and breaks and outros. I've got actual like fight music that I've played. I've got some other stuff that we've been cycling through.
Chipmunk Barbarian.
I don't know if I've heard any other music. I think this is the only song I've heard, and it like.
I had to turn a few of them down because the beat for them are actually
Guess I haven't paid attention.
the beat for several of them are actually kind of high, so I had to turn it down, which might not be picking up on the Discord's end, but they're coming up on the stream. At least while we're using Discord, it's easier for you guys to hear me if I keep it low. And Mike, that would be hilarious to see a Chipmunk Barbarian. Now, if we ever did like a rodent category size kind of thing, like things that are that small, I'd probably try and go with a flying squirrel artificer.
Oh, if we're gonna keep that going, I'd probably be a snake gunslinger.
What?
Okay.
How?
Oh crap! What's that one movie? It's the
Yep. Come on, it's the chameleon one.
yeah. Rango.
Rango.
Yeah. Yep. Woodland Creatures Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, but it's no. I already told him what I would be if we had done that. I was going to be a wild magic sorcerer hummingbird named Flitwing. I have a little
Nice.
acorn on my head and a kind of like a shiny leaf cape.
Nice.
But I'm like I can fit in the palm of your hand, and I have, well, put it to you this way, I can channel my inner ADHD into this character.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Are we all good here?
Yeah.
You're good.
All back?
Yeah, I actually managed to swig down a whole bottle of water. God, I was dehydrated.
Give me just a moment to finish up. I grabbed a quick snack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely stay hydrated, guys. It's bad things happen when you don't.
Yeah.
Your recollection for storytelling goes down. No,
What's that supposed to mean, Brent?
whatever you want it to. Winky face.
Your eyes explode?
Oh yeah.
My eyes explode. Well, I'm dead. Falls deep. Basically
Oh,
created
sorry.
a toilet. What?
I said, Lord Igon's eyes explode.
And he falls into the stadium, into the hole he made, so it's basically just like a toilet or a trash can or something.
I don't know
Damn
why
it.
it's not rolling damage for my character. I set it up over correctly.
Emotional damage.
Alright.
Ugh,
I am
sorry.
good to
Had
go when you
yawn,
are.
Jesus.
All right, we all back? We all good? We gravy?
Geared, Rodney?
Yeah.
Roll call.
Yeah.
Alright, chat. We
Rodney?
will catch you when we're done.
Bye,
Rod.
chat. Love you.
Rodney, answer
I'm
me.
here. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
hello,
I'm
hi.
here, Hi.
All right. So,
Hang on, let me switch out music.
Yep.
Alright.
Lord Igon,
Hmm.
you are suddenly full of a carnal sensation of hunger. What,
Normally, I kill them or subjugate, but I must eat.
Sorry.
Chavez, as you hear that, you actually suddenly somehow understand every word that this creature is saying.
Okay.
But, Igon, what would you like to do?
I would like to turn towards the townspeople and use a charm ray.
Ooh, people running about. Okay.
Yes, and if this works, his next move would be, well, he would lower himself. Oh wait, no, we're in actual initiative,
We're in initiative.
Right? Okay, so then this is still the 3-turn, action bonus. Jesus.
Sorry, that was too loud. That's not the one I was going for.
I was going to say.
Before you were terrified.
Welcome to the
out of your
dream
mind.
world, motherfucker. I'm your biggest nightmare. He's going to, as a free action, lower himself to the ground with his mouth open.
Okay. So your bite attack is also doubled. So if you, so you're so you're trying to charm people.
Well, yeah, no. So he's not biting, but he's charming them, and he has his mouth open. Next turn, he's going to start eating.
Okay.
Are you Pac-Manning this?
Have I what?
Are you trying to Pac-Man this?
Not my initial reference, but I am now.
Okay.
It wasn't even a reference. It was just literally him eating. Oh, right. Sorry. The people must make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me for an hour.
Okay. Well, this
Or
is sort of a.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no.
This is sort of a special circumstance where there's not really a creature, but rather, from your perspective, there is a swarm of creatures that live in this town.
Morsels. Yes.
People swarm.
So rather than have any of them try to save, just go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll see.
There is no damage.
There's no damage.
No,
Okay.
they're just straight up charmed. So if it goes through, essentially what's gonna happen is they're gonna stop running. They're gonna stop in their tracks, and they're just gonna turn around and look at me.
Okay. So for shits and giggles, go ahead and just roll me a charisma check.
I can do this. Oh god damn it! Ah, I'm sorry. I had the stream up, and that's what was messing with me. Hang on, I gotta back out of this. Sorry, what am I rolling?
Charisma check.
Charisma check. Do me a charisma check. 16?
16. Okay. Now roll me a d100.
Yeah, I can do that. $23.
You eat about 370 people, and regain. You gain an additional 23 temporary HP.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
You
All right.
monster.
We'll go ahead and say that's your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, just he's content in the moment he's in, and you'll just everyone else will just hear me barking orders for more and more to walk into my mouth.
Yep. Yeah, you see this giant eye-stalked meatball sort of sweep over this crowd of people with his eye beam, and this sort of hypnotic wave sort of washes over their eyeballs as hundreds of them start marching towards the open maw of this monster. Several of them who are unaffected, trying to keep their loved ones from marching to their doom as they sort of hang onto them or grab them by the shirt or something like that. And they can't stop the 370 people who walk into your gaping maw. Did we decide between Geared and Chavez who wanted to go next?
If we're doing it based on dexterity, who has higher dexterity, it would be it'd be Wolf.
Yeah.
Which is how I always roll it.
Yeah.
Then I guess that would be me then.
All right.
All right. Question, just so I kind of get my bearings of what this looks. What does the surrounding area look like? Like the building heights, in particular.
You know the villa from Assassin's Creed 2?
Yes.
Yeah, so like the home base.
Yeah. So
It's kinda-
we're pushing like 2-3 stories here and there.
Yeah, 2-3 stories here and there, but a much wider area of land.
Okay. I am going to use 20 feet of my movement speed for my flying speed, and use a flying charge and tackle as much of this building to the ground as possible. And whatever it lands on, I'm gonna eat.
Okay. Go ahead and remember, all of your attacks are going to have double damage and 2 hit.
This one doesn't have damage. This one is a strength saving throw. DC
Okay. The building cannot succeed a strength saving throw, so it automatically fails.
All right. And I'm gonna land on top. I guess probably put me right about like. I move there. I'm gonna land and start digging at any of the bodies that this building has landed on, and eat anyone and anything that's pinned underneath it that's consumable.
Okay. These creatures are kind of tiny to you at this point, but they make decent snacks for your brood and such like that. So go ahead and so that attack, does it have a damage roll or does it just knock things prone?
Knocks things prone.
Okay. You have a bite attack, right?
I have a slam and a sting.
A slam and a stinger. Okay. Just for the sake of it, go ahead and roll your stinger. Not to hit, but for the damage.
Hit and then damage 19.
19. Okay, and go ahead and roll me a D100.
70.
Damn.
Jesus. So as you sort of topple these tiled roofs and brick buildings down, and This is a Roman city essentially, so it's got somewhat modern architecture. It's like pretty heavy duty stuff. So as you kind of just tackle this building and just sort of body check it with your insectoid form, you manage to crush, oh god, at least 1,200 people. It seems like there are quite a few inside the building as well.
Yeah, I eat as many as I possibly can.
Okay. You start chowing down, and you regain 70 temp HP.
Wait.
I know that's not how temp HP works. It's definitely how it's working now.
Okay. So that was technically my movement speed. Because the flying charge is calculated as my movement speed.
I'm gonna go ahead and count that as your action.
Okay. And that would be all I can do. I've got a multi-attack, but I think I need to use my attack as my primary. That'd be all I do.
You can attack the ground again because that was an attack, but
Okay. Then I'm gonna start stabbing at everything I can with my stinger.
okay.
See if I can get some of my larvae to. Come on. I'll roll twice. 27.
27. Yeah, I mean that's definitely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
14 piercing.
Ooh. Go ahead and roll me that D100.
$35.
Okay. One moment. Okay. As you start jabbing your stinger into the ground, you manage to just pin and impregnate hundreds of these dead or dying animals with your stinger. You hear them sort of cry out and wail, but you sort of successfully implant each of them with your with one of your brood, and we'll see what comes of that in a second.
Okay. I do have a mechanics question for when the larvae hatch, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, and for my own benefit, do you have that open?
What open?
The flesh pod hornet?
Yeah, I have it in the book in front of me.
Of course you have it in the book. Okay.
You could just go to like Google or.
I'm trying to. It's actually harder to find.
Yeah, I tried to, but it wasn't giving me up the stat blocks. It was just giving me the creature's description.
Which, I mean, makes sense. I mean, you know, people are protective of their products. I understand.
Yeah.
You paid for yours. It's fine. But yeah. We'll come back to that in a second.
For your benefit, if they hatch, they are classified as for giant wasp statistic.
Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Geared.
Yes. Is it my
Error.
turn?
Error. Enemies abound. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna roll to recharge my beam real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Does it recharge? It does not recharge.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do one slam attack against the turtle, but then I'm going to fire twice randomly into the city. Also, if you're keeping track of structures, the Colossus does double damage to structures.
Ooh, okay. All right, so yeah, go ahead and punch a turtle.
26. 32 damage. I actually figured out how to make it auto roll.
Excellent. So oh no, never mind. Yep, that hits. Pushed up to 20 feet away from it. Interesting. Okay. I actually didn't catch that part the first time.
I didn't either. That's why it fires the cannons after, because if it hits, it flies away and then shoots the cannons off.
Okay. So yeah. You go ahead and gonna have to try and figure this one out.
I measured out each one of these. If you were talking, these are gargantuan. Each square is 20 feet.
Yeah,
gargantuan creatures generally 20 by 20.
Yeah. You go ahead and punch this turtle. You sort of slam it, and it goes flying into kind of up onto the shore here. So Rodney, you end up out of the water. It's just sort of tossed by this creature.
No.
You take 32 points of bludgeoning damage. And Gear, go ahead and roll me a D100.
$64. So close.
How many points did you say? 32?
Yeah,
32.
32.
Okay. Yeah, as you as you see literally hundreds and hundreds of people just sort of try and flee from the side of this battle, you notice that inevitably hundreds of them also get crushed under the carapace of this enormous dragon turtle. Buildings essentially just toppled over like Jenga blocks.
I know this might not matter much, but there's an ability on it called Towering Terror. Any enemy outside of the Colossus within 30 feet of it, make a 26 Wisdom saving throw or frightened of it.
That's not going to apply to Rodney at this point.
No,
but
I'm just saying to the people.
Yeah, the people are fucking horrified.
That applies now because they are now enemies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's just gonna be a standardized thing that we're so big that they're gonna run in fear.
Surprised it doesn't give the size category below it as a thing, because it wouldn't make sense for something the same size to be frightened of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, can I stomp?
You may stomp, yes.
That would do 32 damage to anything, I guess, right in this cube. Or here.
Yeah. It actually does double damage, right? Because it's structures.
Siege monster. The Colossus deals double damage to objects and structures.
Yep. So go ahead and roll me another D100.
16.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you've totally just massacred this this dock area. Like you're starting to like slip forward into the water because like the platform you're standing on is no longer structurally sound. Like you're starting to take the bank out with you.
Okay, and then I'm going to move here.
Sure.
Right. That's my turn. I have no bonus actions or reactions or things.
Excellent. Rodney,
Woohoo!
you are.
No,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You have been tossed by this giant robot, but you're now safely on the other side of the bank. And you are even more conveniently a little bit closer to the tasty snack that you seem to be sensing with your turtle senses. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, I am not interested on returning to the fight. I want to go toward the tasty snack. I believe it's that meatball.
Or he definitely smells like the thing that you're interested in, but it's it's whatever it is. It's somewhere in this area. You're kind of running more on like some kind of magical instincts than like, oh, it's that guy.
All right, I'm going toward that area, that feeling.
Okay.
Where?
You can move 20 feet, so you can move to this square here if you like. So if you want to just move one diagonal. There you go. Or in any direction, I guess. If you want to move here.
I would. Do I get another move after this move, or do I just get one move and then end my turn?
So you get an action, a movement, and a bonus action.
You can use your action to dash to move twice as far too.
That's true.
So I would like to move diagonally to this square.
Okay. And because I don't think this is actually how this works, but because your swim speed is significantly greater, I'll go ahead and let you move one more square since you're back in the water.
Okay. And
there you
then
go.
For my action, I guess I wanna use the. Which direction do I sense the hunger from?
So I don't know how well you can tell on this map. Do you see this building that the meatball is sort of hovering over?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's this building that you're craving. That's looking this weird sort of temple thing, whatever it is. It's looking like a big old McDonald's to you right now.
Cool. All right. I would like to move in that direction.
Well, you probably should. You've used your movement. You probably will want to move that way first instead of going to the water and beelining it.
Okay, that's cool.
If you'd like to take the dash action and not attack, I will let you move 2 more squares. But those are kind of your options.
What is that floating meatball in the sky? Do I not know what that is?
Roll me an intelligence check. You'll get this one for free. This doesn't count as an action or anything. Hello?
Just click on the intelligence button. Or intelligence, the
I see it. Yeah, I found
There you
it,
go.
so.
10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. you don't know a whole lot about it. You know, with a 10, I'll say, you know that this creature is called a beholder. It's just a giant floating meatball of eyes, essentially. The only other thing that you know about them is that to humans, they're usually pretty scary. Like, they talk about these things like they talk about dragons.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I'm gonna do my dash action and move 2 squares into that direction.
Alright, if you go ahead and do that, you will not be able to attack, but that is something you can do.
Yes, I want to do that. I'm gonna go over there and love that meatball.
Alright, I'm gonna rush him. Alright,
Yeah.
so you
Alright.
beat yourself up onto the bank and you kind of push past all the tiny buildings in your way and you topple over a few stone columns and you make your way into this temple. And do you want to like roar at him or something?
No, I want to just look at him and wait for his response. I don't want to seem threatening.
Interesting.
Give it the big puppy dog eyes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I believe that brings us back to the top of the turn. Let me roll some things here. Okay. Okay. Chavez. No. Pardon me. Brent.
Yes.
It is now your turn. This enormous turtle has just walked into your new potential home that you were checking out with your new queen, and he seems to be giving you the puppy dog eyes now for some reason.
Inside?
Yeah.
10?
Okay. So 1 second, Rodney.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound weird. What are you trying to do with this beholder? Like you said, you're waiting for his response. Are you trying to? You're not trying to look intimidating. Are you trying to convince him that you're a friend?
Well, yes, I want to convince him that I'm a friend.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a charisma check.
Charisma. That's a 9.
Oh boy. Neither of you are very good at making friends. You're not the most charismatic creatures in the world.
Are you lying to fuck around and find out?
Rodney, oddly enough, when you hear this creature speak, it seems to be speaking Draconic, and you understand him perfectly.
We both speak the same language.
Wait,
Yes.
did he say that to me in response?
I respond back to him. Hello, will you be my friend? In my Draconic language.
Okay.
Well, fuck, I don't know what to do.
Okay. Roll me a Rodney, go ahead and roll that charisma check again with advantage.
Oh my fucking god.
Man, you got a new queen and a new puppy. Man, this day's just coming up. Lord Igon.
Turtle, friend.
For those of you that might not have heard, he got a 21.
A nat 21.
A 21, yeah. So
Wouldn't he make an insight check to see if he got a 20 as well?
I mean, you can make an insight if you like.
This is going back and forth.
Yep.
Fuck it. 11.
Yep. It stands.
I wasn't even gonna try to beat that. Fuck it. Good day. Good day. New home. New queen. The sea dog. And he looks back and immediately flies over. A friend, a foe, and he will hold. I'm just to be cautious. He will hold a disintegration ray for if it attacks him, and in his turn. I feel like we took a little bit of liberties with my turn, but not.
Well, you didn't do much, so
Yeah, no, that is fair.
My next question is:
So
how far is your movement?
yeah, so actually, that's what I was about to say.
Oh.
Your flight speed is only 20 feet, which
Okay.
is double than your current size.
So 40. But
Yes.
how
2
And
squares.
each of these squares is 20 feet.
So 2 squares.
okay? Well then, here then.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That works.
And yeah, so same thing. He said the same thing. Just friend, foe, and holds his action for a disintegration ray.
Yep. There are now 2 magical creatures with laser cannons having themselves a Greek standoff across this river. Chavez, I had to fight really hard to not say Tyrion there. Oh.
Tyrion the Wasp Queen.
Okay, so that poses a mechanic. Since I have a flight speed, does my flight speed double as well, or am I still at base speed?
Yes, your flight speed also doubles.
Oh, okay, that changes up what I'm about to do then.
Actually, I think yours quadrupled. I could be wrong there.
I'm not sure. I have a base speed of 60.
We'll keep it simple then. Doubles.
Okay. So I'm gonna use 80 feet. So I'm not gonna cover it yet. So this bridge right here, I'm gonna go to it. Flying charge into it. I want to break it as best I can, and then grapple what I can and fly it over and drop it on top of it.
Okay. So you want to basically commandeer some rubble from this building.
No, the bridge specifically.
Yes, the bridge. Sorry.
Yeah.
And you want to drop it on what now?
So that's 40. So I want to pick up what I can and drop it like on top of this building here, this red one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me in athletics, I guess.
12. I look down at the chat. Mike says I should be named Tyrion, the Broodmother.
Tyriana.
Oh, Tyriana. Sorry, read that wrong.
Tyriana the Broodmother. Yeah,
There you
that
go.
was pretty good.
So like, you don't. The bridge isn't like super strong, it seems. So like,
Well,
you
so
managed to pull.
my hope, or what I want to do, the dropping on the building is just kind of for flavor. I want to take out the bridge so that less people can get over it. That way we have more of a secluded area to feast on.
Gotcha. Yeah, you managed to grab because you're a giant insect at this point. So, if you can imagine this bridge, it's just it's a kind of Greco-Roman design. So it's just a bunch of arches with a road over it.
Okay.
And you literally just pick up one of those arches, like a child's building block, right out the middle of the bridge. And it, shockingly enough, stays in one piece. But it's just the one arch. It's not like the whole bridge.
That's fine. So I'm going to use the rest of my movement speed to get there. Actually, hang on. That was 20, 80, 100, 120. It would put me right there. And drop it on everything I possibly can. In the process of dropping, also landing in eating.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's your action for right now.
That's fine.
So
at
you
least
can
dropping and landing. I don't necessarily need to eat. I'm just dropping it off as I land.
Okay, you can go ahead and drop it on the building. Just go ahead and roll me a D100 for the sake of it.
99.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. That seemed to have caused quite a disturbance, but yeah, it just seems like a bloodbath as you essentially rain bricks down on this plaza full of people. These people trying to cower in fear for their lives, at this point, because that essentially the entire city is in alarm, in a state of panic at this point. But I believe that's just about the end of your turn, correct?
Unless you give me a sting or another smash, then yes, that'd be, or not smash, but slam. Then yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for that one. Clever move,
fine.
but that's about it for you.
That's fine.
All right. Geared.
Yes. Dang it. My beam didn't charge.
Your beam did not charge. Okay. This creature started speaking to you, but your sensors are kind of wonky at this point. I need you to make me an insight check.
Oh, Luke, sorry. Did my larvae hatch?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay.
As you leave the scene with the corpses sort of squirming on the ground, some of them still alive and writhing in pain, you see these massive hornets just burst out of these beings, aliens, kind of like a xenomorphs, and they just sort of burst out of these creatures and start mowing down and just causing general havoc. They're swarming about, and they are kind of. Do you have any ability to actually control them? Is that a part of your stat block? I don't think it is.
Go ahead and do them. I will. I'll look it over.
Okay.
I don't think I do, but I think because I'm the clean heart. I think they've innately have it, or have the protect the clean kind of mentality.
Okay.
But I'll look that up.
Insight was
Geared.
a 14.
Yes, 14. As this thing sort of speaks at you, your sensors are kind of scrambled right now. You're seeing things through a cracked, fuzzy screen, like it's the back alley in the 90s or something like that, and it's just a hobo TV. And your data is really scattered right now, but as you hear this thing talk to you, a sort of message sort of reads out on the bottom of your display, and it says, Language detected. Draconic. Friendly military unit.
Okay.
Wait. He sees me as a friendly military unit?
Yes.
Oh my god.
At that point, I would turn around and fire into the city 3 times. I can fire 3 times because it says I have 3 attacks, but then lists off what specifically I do.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I love this already.
You just go ahead and they can't resist. So go ahead and fire all of your attacks and just total up that damage for me.
Sorry, I have like 5 screens up right now. I'm just gonna hit the button for the elder turret 3 times.
Yeah, go for it. That works for me.
Oh, one was a crit.
Oh hell yeah. So what is that?
Let me see. 16.
37 on that crit. Four.
Wait, hold on.
What is that? 83.
If it's against structures,
Oh, so doubled. Yeah, you're right.
anything that was a structure takes 166 damage.
Yep. I knew it.
I want to aim one specifically at this big building.
Which one?
This one right here.
That one? Okay. Yeah, you can make that one the crit if you like. That building's a crater now. And then go ahead and roll me that D100.
49.
It's 20 off.
Jesus. So what did we say the first number was? 166?
Yeah, a total of 166.
Jesus Christ. As you fire a scatter shot about the city, it seems that like the people have almost stopped running about. Like, you know that part in a Godzilla movie where it seems like there's almost no people left in the city,
Yeah.
but they're all just hiding? That's kind of where you're at.
And then I make a stop. 27.
27? Oh my god, yeah.
So double that.
54.
And roll me that D100.
43. As he walks away, he just gives the beholder a big thumbs up.
Sorry, what did you say that first damage was again for the stomp? The
54.
54, thank you.
God damn.
Oh my god. Okay.
He's a siege monster.
And if you
Yeah,
were,
for sure.
if you had any real higher thinking, the moment you see me smile, it should disturb you. Because not only do I have jagged, fucked up teeth, but I am also like drooling blood.
Did you hear what I
Okay.
said?
Sorry.
As he walked away, he gave the meatball a big thumbs up.
Yep. and
Yeah.
That's why he's smiling.
Alright.
Where's my laser? I want to fire my fuck off laser.
Rodney,
Yes.
as you are sitting in this coliseum, I would like you to make me a let's say a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Save. Wow.
12. As you've sort of are in this coliseum, two new friends seem to have kind of fucked off for the moment, but you still feel compelled to stay here. Like there's some kind of snack in here still, and you just hear it kind of almost thrumming in the back of your head, and you just hear hunger over and over again. And then you look down and you see it. You see a little damaged and a little burnt. You see this glowing green gem that you can very clearly see is radiating with some kind of corrupted draconic energy. It swirls with this green and purple light. And as you look at it, that's the snack.
Well, I'm going to consume that glowy gem. I'm going to break through whatever is protecting it and eat it.
Okay. And as you go ahead and eat that gem, I would like you to make me a con save with advantage.
Is that Constitution?
Yes, sorry.
Damn.
Jesus.
Okay.
That's a 29 with a 31.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 20, 31.
Rodney.
And that in the business is a critical success.
Yes, it is. Oh, this is so fitting. You feel yourself as you bite into this gem. You feel the hunger sort of satiating through your body, and you feel yourself growing and growing. You feel your weird sort of turtle dragony arms sort of stretch out and flex into full-grown draconic claws with articulated, fingers and such. And then they split. And suddenly you go from having 2 arms to having 4 arms. And your shell grows larger and larger and spikier and spikier. And it becomes more gnarled. And you continue to grow until you fill up almost this entire Colosseum. And then your shell sort of splits down the back. And it kind of pops open, almost like a beetle shell, like a ladybug almost. And from underneath your shell unfurls these giant, massive, draconic wings.
Ew.
And your body elongates and becomes almost more humanoid. You become this sort of massive dragonoid humanoid creature, basically a sort of eldritch teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Teenage Mutant Eldritch Turtle.
You rise from the ashes of this temple with this gem that you consumed buried deep in your chest and sort of glowing, like almost like an Iron Man reactor. And you let out your steam blast all across the city. Why don't you go ahead and just make me 3 steam attacks?
That just does damage with a saving throw.
Steam breath.
Yep, so just go ahead and click the damage 3 times. Oh, it doesn't do that for you. Okay.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And as you let out this steam, it crackles with heat. It sort of sparks with draconic lightning and this green energy that's just radiating out of your body. And your breath, you notice, even though it's steam, it's so insanely hot that some of the buildings actually catch fire. And you rise from this Colosseum, not just a dragon turtle, not just an ancient dragon turtle, but an ancient turtle dragon god. As
Go ahead, yeah.
as the flesh hornet grows more and more intelligent, spewing its skewering its victims with its ovipositor, the island of Micros was soon overrun with giant hornets, a vast colony of them, all in league with the strange mutated draconic beholder known as Lord Igor. And a giant Igon. God, I'm gonna keep doing it.
It's fine.
Who decided that this would in fact make a fine lair for him and his new family. And a massive colossus just laying waste to any remaining humans of the town. The island of Micros fell that day to monsters. And that is where we will end the session.
What have we done to ourselves?
Okay, I feel like I need to state this. Had Geared not sided with me just to destroy the town, I was about to actually turn myself into an IED. I would have straightened all my stocks, and as the jewelry starts to fall, I would spin as fast as I could to send them all in all directions. And I would wonder what you would rule for that. I would have asked you. I would have asked you, of course, just be like, "Hey, rule of cool question. Can I pull some bullshit?"
We're gonna go ahead and say that you do that, but I'm not gonna make you roll anything for it.
No.
You're just kind of tearing the town apart with your I-beams.
Yep. And you just like all my golden jewelry, since it's much more massive now, just goes flying everywhere. Smashing houses.
Oh god.
But oh yeah, no, in the chat. Fucking Mike was like, "This sounds very painful." Yeah, your description actually bothered me a little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just...
Well, y'all know where not to go in the future.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Rodney, can you do me one more thing? Can you roll me a D100 over on the little dice roller?
Hang on, what the hell is this thing?
My hornets.
Out of 65.
That's a sea monster, my boy.
It's the closest thing I had, and the only thing that I had that wasn't Naga or a player character token.
Okay.
Yeah, just throw Brutus up there. Brutus is the larva.
Yeah, I have no idea what mine is.
You are now a brand new homebrewed monster, Rodney. You've just created lore in our main game.
Oh dear God.
Oh, fuck off.
Actually, you all have.
Oh
Why
no!
That's why I just said we know. You guys know where not to go.
Yeah.
To my fellow players, if I somehow get you killed as Lord Igon, I am a very, very sorry boy. Like, if you get turned to stone and get put into his personal collection, you're lucky, but I'm sorry.
You do realize I picked the monster full well knowing what was going to happen at the end.
Luke, I'm scared. Oh, all right. Well, I guess that's gonna bring us to the end of our session for tonight.
I'm a big giant monster. You guys can't touch me now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess to bring us to the end of it, Geared,
Jeez. You
Shell,
can find me at twitch.tv/thegearedgolem. I play games. I play lots of games. Come join me, have fun. And listen to my shitty puns.
and shitty they are. Brent,
Well, when I'm not being a sadistic eyeball monster, you can find me at twitch.tv/Zetimus. Variety Gamer, fucking... To be determined on when I'm going to stream again. I don't know. Also, I almost hit my year anniversary for your channel.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Nice. Well, might have to try and do something.
Yay.
Bring us to Rodney. What'd you think?
That was pretty interesting.
Okay.
Looking forward to the resolution.
Luke.
You can find me the same place you can always find me, building monsters.
And that brings us around to me. I am WolfSpain1025. You can find me there at Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. If you missed this live or in the VODs, this along with our other 2 campaigns are up on YouTube if you want to catch up or just watch for shits and giggles. Yeah, and that will bring us to the end. All right, everyone, thanks for being here, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
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 Love you, bye.
Lord Iger loves you.